Hi guys. Okay, the first one, the answer is A, and the rule is number 12, which is non-essential dependent clause. This begins with a relative pronoun. It's a dependent clause. It needs commas on both sides. So then obviously the answer is D. Okay, the answer here is B, and the reason for that is introductory dependent clause in a complex sentence, because you have a subordinated conjunction, a dependent clause, and when the dependent clause is first, you put a comma in between the two clauses. For number 5, it's correct as is, and the reason for that is because you have a compound sentence, so yes, you put a comma before the coordinating conjunction. Independent clauses on both sides. And then the answer for 7 is C. You want commas on both sides of the, the non-essential dependent clause in the sentence. It's a dependent clause. It begins with a relative pronoun, and when you have that, you put commas on either side. Okay, this is a tough one. B is the correct answer, and the reason is because you definitely need a comma here because the art of elegant penmanship is it a positive, renaming calligraphy? And normally you put a comma on both sides of the appositive, but you're not going to here because there is a semicolon that needs to be there. So you would never put two pieces of punctuation next to each other. So the reason why the semicolon needs to be there is because this is a compound sentence. One independent clause, two independent clauses. So for number 10, the type of sentence it is it's a compound sentence. For this one, A is correct because a member of the thrush family is in a positive, renaming what the robin is. So you put commas on both sides of it. And that is a simple sentence. The reason why it's a simple sentence is it simply has one subject, the robin, and one verb, flies, and it's just one independent clause. And then, of course, the comma rule that's applied there then is be a positive. B is punctuated correctly because it's a noun of direct address. You're speaking directly to Mr. Dale and using his name when you're speaking to him, which is why you put commas on either side. Number 16 is B, of course, is a parenthetical expression. Put commas on both sides. C is punctuated correctly. I can't wait until the spring flowers bloom is its own independent thought, and then the bulbs I planted are yellow, pink, and red, yellow, pink, and purple is another independent clause with a semicolon in between to make a compound sentence. The comma rule that's applied at the end here, though, with these commas, are adjectives in a series. C is punctuated correctly, and the reason for that is because it is a introductory dependent clause in a complex sentence. While is a subordinating conjunction. While everyone can forget homework once in a while is a dependent clause, it seems that you forget it frequently, and it is the independent. We need two commas in number 1, comma after who you're sending it to. Oh, no, I'm sorry, no, you don't. If there hadn't been the word at here, you would have needed a comma after who you're sending it to, but the word at takes the place of the comma. So the only place you really need the comma is after Lolita Lane, the street address, and after the city before the state, Missouri. Number 2, comma after Jamie because it's a noun of direct address. Comma before Susan and after Jane because these are appositives renaming the neighbors. Jesse said, comma before and after by the way for a parenthetical expression. Before not and after team because this is Rule 10. You're clarifying that it's definitely the maroon team, not the blue team. So if you've had any trouble with this, please email me and let me know if you have questions specifically about why certain ones you got were wrong. But otherwise, be prepared to retake this test on Wednesday. It will look very similar to the original test that you took.